jump right in. So, let's do a 2022 review. If you follow the podcast regularly, you'll know that we sort of already went through this. It was sort of a brief kind of mid-season, just in the fall. Okay, summer's behind us. What do we got to look forward? Blah blah blah.
Yep.
Let's get into it good. We're not going to spend an hour on this at all. But I have one funny thing to say. All Last year, when we did this, you said, almost right at the beginning, you said, fish and vision board. You said it in the goals episode in the fall. And I was like, oh my God, I've never heard that before. That was great, dude.
I did in the fall one, right?
You said it at the beginning of the year last year, too.
I did?
Yeah.
Dude, because that's what I was just like. Because in the fall, I was like, I did such a poor job remembering everything. And I'm like, I need to do a vision board. So see, now I need to make a vision board to get on that vision board. Because like that just goes to show how bad my memory is with stuff. Where I'm just like, oh, I need to make a vision board to keep everything in front of me. And I don't even remember saying it. What, like 8 months earlier, I said the exact same thing. That's interesting to hear. Where it's just like, wow, I cannot believe that I'm so well.
I know.
Proof that my memory is like shit. It'd be funny too if somebody's like binging the podcast and they're just like,
why did Josh react like that? Well, that little behind the scenes thing is like, this is good. This is all great conversation. I'm in the moment. I am listening. I'm also taking notes and stuff like that. But once the lights go off and, the mics once the lights go down, the mics turn off, I'm thinking about post-production immediately. And how I'm going to schedule that into my day-to-day and get this thing cut up, posted, all that stuff. Yep. So, I don't have time to sit and marinate on it, which I hope the listeners are. And that's also why we got realef.tv/contact. Remember, Real Life Fish and Reel. Talk to us about that stuff.
Right.
Because it's funny. It's funny.
And I don't sit around and marinate it on either. Like when we're done, I shut it down and then I go most of the time just go to bed.
Right.
So it depends on which day we're doing the podcast on, because we don't record on a super consistent basis on the same day.
Right.
So a lot of times I'm not marinating on that either. I'll just go to bed. And I suppose that's a lot of the part. Or half of the time too. Like you see me down here like having pulls out of whatever bottle or beer or whatever, and you're just talking, and then like the next day it's just like I just don't wake up in the morning focused on work and getting that stuff done and doing whatever. So I think I need to like, maybe that's a good goal for the next year, is to get a notepad in front of me and actually make notes of what I'm talking about when I'm talking about it, so I can look back on that and just be like, what did I say last time? Vision board. Instead of just being like 8 months later, I say the same thing, and then you get to point out like, hey, you said vision board twice.
Well, I still reacted both times like I had never heard it before, so it was a surprise to me too. So, but anyways, I really like in my head, I'm like, we really should, but we also do post these on realaf.tv. It's right there at the top of the website. Like if you go over there and you look for anybody, this is why I'm putting it out there again. Is like, keep us in check. It's right there on the website. Tim, we're going to go into 2022 review with, you already got this stuff done. Ice fishing for walleye specifically. Bam, we checked it off the list. Ice camera. Bam, you were able to check that one off the list.
Got it.
Why are ice fishers where they are? They seem to be fishing where I would never fish in the summertime.
Yes.
You got that pretty well figured out.
Learned a lot about it. Yes. I wouldn't say I have it figured out, but I'm on the right path.
Okay. Good deal.
Yes.
More fishing with cameras. Didn't happen really this year. You got a new camera, did some testing. Am I wrong to say that one didn't really happen?
No, you're not wrong. I went out with it like twice, I think.
Yeah.
But it didn't really happen. It was like things just didn't work out while I was out there. It's not like not like we go out there and then I don't catch anything or whatever. It was just like I went out there like with my nephew and I didn't really have any like focus, and it was like we caught some fish, but I'm like,
Yeah.
this isn't really an episode. I didn't really have any direction
It
here.
had no
This
yeah.
isn't something we can't like. I'm
Mhm.
not. We're not trying to put out content that is just like,
I caught this on my webcam
yeah,
randomly.
or it's just like a date, like fishing the weekend of this weekend, you
Oh,
know.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
And
for
it's
sure.
like that's all it is. Like, no,
Yeah.
we're trying to come up with episodes here, and it
Yeah.
just didn't go according to plan. I had a game plan, and for the one that I really got out there and we had a chance, and then the like skies changed, and I was like, oh, maybe this could be like on transitioning or whatever. And then like that didn't really work out either because I focused the majority of the time like trying to get my nephew like in the water, like switching up his gear and stuff. So
Right. Yep.
the majority
Yeah.
of the recording was me like re-rigging all his shit. So,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, you had some family things that just got in the way, like, even that, you know, fishing with your nephew, just like, "Oh, yeah, look back at the footage now. Okay. Hey, it
right.
happens." So, we talked about breaking the state dogfish record. We did talk about in the
Yeah.
goals one, you were just like, "Dude, that's in my lake. That's in my lake. I can get to it." That's Are you still that confident? We'll move into
So
2023, but I just want to know, like, are you still confident that that fish lives in your regular
I'm
lake?
still confident that there is a fish that large in my lake.
Mhm.
But I did think that maybe I should revamp that goal to
Okay.
just catching a dogfish because I haven't
Okay.
done that. So it's like that's where like the unrealistic expectations kind of came in. It's like just because
Gotcha.
I've seen one doesn't mean I can go and catch it. I still haven't figured out exactly what they want to eat because I've been fishing these same areas many times and I've never caught one on accident. And I think I told the story once where I had the sunfish ate by the dogfish that was
Yeah.
on the leader
Yep.
already.
Yeah.
So it's
Yep.
like, okay, clearly it eats other fish. So we kind of know what it's looking for. I
Yep.
thought like I could go out there with like a big minnow or something and kind of fish in that area. But um, just like when I go to try to fish for like walleye, I'm
Yeah.
catching a lot of pike. When I go
Right.
to fish for bass, I'm catching a lot of pike. So that's why I was like, maybe I should just focus on trying to
Ah.
catch a dogfish because I might be trying to catch a dogfish and then
Mhm.
catch a bunch of pike. so, so,
Yeah, dude.
so I was like,
That's funny.
maybe like revamp it to catch a dogfish, and I can fish in the same spots that I saw these big ones,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
then hopefully it is that big one that goes ahead and bites on.
Right. Right.
But just set the goal to be catch a dogfish
Yeah.
because
Like,
state rec.
putting a realistic, because I remember putting it on there and, you know, going.
Yeah,
You're like, far-fetched. Let's do it. Let's put a long shot on there.
yeah, right,
But
right.
like, I already put it down on the 2023 goals, which we'll get into. I just moved it already. I just put down catch a dogfish. Like,
Yeah, yeah, because breaking the state record is awesome, and I think there's a real chance. But I was like,
sure.
maybe baby steps. Where
Maybe the better
let's not.
method is just
I mean,
one at a time, huh?
it'd be pretty cool to break the state record and just be like, that's the first dogfish I've ever caught in this lake. Because I've seen plenty of them. I've just
Right.
never really like
You know they're
targeted
there.
them,
Yeah.
and I have caught them on other lakes, so it won't be the first one I've ever caught. But
Just the first one you've caught on
right,
your main hangout.
yep. And then you have everybody. I remember when I was way younger, like we would see them all the time, and they'd be real big. And then the
Mhm.
same thing with the muskies. Everybody would be like, "Don't go by them. They're mean. They'll bite you. They'll bite you." And then it's
Like it's a
just like
Doberman
I've
or something.
never accidentally caught one of these. They don't just
Ri
attack anything that goes past them.
Right.
These bullshit. Like I
Yeah.
don't know where anybody gets these ideas of they bite everybody, they bite
Right.
everything, like
Right.
muskies and dogfish. Everybody's just like, they're gonna bite everything. And like, no, they won't. I've tried to fish for both quite a bit. And they're not that easy to catch. They're not just out there biting everything that goes past them.
Right. Yeah. It's a
So
total myth.
yeah. And I should revise. I did say I fished for both. I have fished near dogfish a lot. I don't think I've ever specifically targeted them.
Right. Yeah. Because you were talking about how
Yeah.
you're trying to figure out what they
I just
eat
wanted to
and stuff.
clarify that because I just realized I was like, oh, I've never really targeted them before. And then 2 seconds later, I say, I fish for them a lot. And I was like, well, that wasn't true. I better clarify that real quick so I don't sound like an
Right.
idiot.
You just ended up lumping them in with muskies on accident in
Yes,
the story.
exactly.
I
Exactly.
understand.
So,
More fall fishing, Tim. You had that on your list. Did you get out fishing this fall? I got out a couple times, but like I don't have anything to show for it.
no, I didn't. Because even like we were like, oh, there's still time to go fall fishing.
Right.
And then just like everything is
Fall
just
just
like
slid away.
dude, it happened fast. And it was like a whirlwind of everything. Because I remember I still had plans of how I needed to like finish the yard. Like I got all the leaves together
Yeah.
and like took most of those away, and then more leaves fell. And I was like, I'll get to that next weekend.
Yep.
And then it snowed,
When it
and we
snowed.
haven't seen the grass since then. So like it's
Yep.
been
We
ground covered.
we have piles of leaves in this. Like I'm shoveling out the spot for the dog, and I'm getting leaves off the lawn.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yep. That's how it works in Minnesota. You get that snowfall and it doesn't warm up to melt it, and then it
Yeah.
just keeps dumping on us and we just keep getting hit. Now
Yep.
like for sure we're not seeing it's going to be spring for sure because
Yeah.
everybody's
It's
got
still spring
feet.
now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Everybody's got feet of snow now. Certain spots of your yard might have been blown clear because we had some high winds too, where it's
Right.
like only 3 or 4 inches, but you still got 3 or 4 inches of snow.
Right. Yeah, for sure. The last one, Tim, this one's got to go on the fishing vision board.
Yes.
Catch something on the Cayuga Luger.
That's I like that too though. The Cayuga Luger.
I want a gun shaped like Cayuga now.
I'm saving that for sure. That was a happy accident right there. Oh, just in the Minnesota accent. From now on, I will not be able to say it, dude. Just like, all right, muskies, show me what you got. Come on and bite on the Cayuga Luger.
That's good.
But
That
yeah, for
sounds real
sure.
good.
I gotta get out there and just give it 1-4, not 1-4. Give it a bunch. I will be fishing with that Cayuga lure and the Pikachu lure. And that is
Yeah.
just something I have to keep front of mind. That one is not a hard goal to accomplish. I just have to go
for
out
sure.
there and use it.
Yeah.
And even use the lure because I kept forgetting about it. Even though I would travel with it.
Oh, you did have it on you.
Dude, not just had it on me. I would move it from vehicle to vehicle, knowing like I need to bring this with because I need to go out with it.
Right.
And then I would just forget. Like I'd go grab all my stuff and it'd like sit in the back of the truck. And that's because I'm like going through my checklist, rods, reel, like everything in the tackle box. I got everything I need.
Yeah.
And that lure was never in a box. If it was in a box, maybe that's what I got to do. It looks so cool in its box that I never take it out of the box. It travels in the box everywhere. So.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
So I think I just need to take it out of the box and put it in one of my bags. And then there you go. But I don't think
if you're wondering what it is, if you're a listener, watcher, or whatever, and you didn't find we unboxed the Pokemon lures, the YouTube channel. Just go check it out. You'll know exactly what we're talking about.
Exactly.
So, yeah, Tim, I think that one's got to go on the vision board now.
For sure.
We won't drag on it because let's talk about revamping that one maybe for 2023. I'm gonna go into mine, and I'm just gonna knock them out real quick here. Okay.
All right.
Walleye fishing for eaters with my new gear. Pikes. Go fishing for pike. Pickled pike bites was my specific goal on there.
Oh, yeah.
Catfish fry. Okay. I did none of those things. Fuck. Because it's already the new year. We had talked about it in the last goal episode. Like, hey, there might be time to get on the ice before we set our new goals. No, the snow kind of screwed it up. Like,
Yeah.
yes, it was cold, but then we also got a bunch of snow and like winds and rains and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Holidays, it gets so I didn't get around to it. I did get out fishing for pike in the fall. Um,
Yeah.
maybe I can post some stuff. I've already posted some stuff about it. No bites. Like I tried. I'm cute. Like there it is. Like okay, didn't get around to any of them.
Yeah.
3 to me again achievable goals. I'll just say it right now. Second half, when we get into our 2023 goals, they're all there. Little tweaks, little changes.
Sure.
They're all there.
Yep.
We had some real AF TV goals on there.
Yeah.
Tim's home studio, more than podcasting. Spotify video, launch YouTube fishing videos. Launch YouTube fishing video. Bam, we did it. We did it.
Done.
We've been also like we said specifically fishing videos because of that
Yeah.
podcast, because the podcast had already been on video too. So we said, okay, we got one. We only got one out there, but like again, different further discussion. Spotify video.
Right. Yep.
I will tell you this. I know how to do it.
Oh. Okay.
I just didn't take us there this year.
All right.
Maybe on the podcast we talk about it. Maybe off the podcast we
That's
talk about
crazy.
it. It requires different software. Is it
Oh,
now?
okay.
It's not expensive or anything like that. It's time consuming. Time is the one thing that we are short on, being dads
Sure.
and
Yes.
full-time and having full-time jobs, right?
Yes.
So
For sure.
partially achieved that. I could have made it happen, and I chose not to for a larger discussion later.
Makes sense.
And then your home studio, podcasting and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I never came up to help you, so I
dude,
feel like
don't
I
worry about it.
should be up there, and it's like, hey, Tab, let's go up and let's take a day, let's go do some shit and make the studio happen.
Yeah, no. It's all good, man. Like biggest part to getting like I haven't moved everything around yet because I need to get carpet down here. I don't
Right.
have new carpet yet. I have like
Gotcha.
half old carpet, half has been ripped up
Yeah.
because
Okay.
the carpet was damaged and stuff. So that new carpet, the game plan is I have measured everything out
Mhm.
and like we have the funds now. So everything's about to happen. We've just kind
Nice.
of been like waiting to see if something goes on sale. That's
Yeah.
just how we roll. Like we're
Oh
never
no, it's the right move.
we're
Like
never
if you don't
really the
need it,
full
right?
price.
Just wait for
Yeah.
that New Year's sale to pop up.
Exactly, where it's just like, oh, it's the perfect time for your home renovations. New year, new you, new house, new carpet, that
Right,
kind of
right.
shit. So you're like, all right, yeah. So that's what we've been waiting for, where like it's ready to roll. Like I'm
Kick-ass.
ready to do it. And there's been other projects that pop up because
Oh
it's
yeah, of
just
course. It's a house.
dude. But
I have parts too. I have parts to finish parts of the studio. I still have them. So it would
Okay.
be like good to bring those up, and because it's part of, well, we'll get into the
Sure.
video part of it.
Yeah.
But
And
other
like
than the
you-
home
like
studio,
you
which
said,
was sorry.
I was just gonna say just houses in general.
Right.
Like you're like, oh, I'm gonna do the home studio, and then you got to go fix something else. Like, oh, dude,
Right. Your
this-
Saturday just changed from the studio to fixing the sump pump.
Yeah, and this past couple of weeks, with Christmas and everything, there like wasn't the Saturdays. You got to get everything done during the week.
Right.
And last week, my wife, like, I'll just tell you real quick, my wife goes to clean the shower a little bit, and like this ring comes off around like where the drain is.
Yep.
And you're like, oh, that's all supposed to be one piece. It was corroded enough that thing just came apart. So we're like, whatever.
Yep.
We'll just shower this morning and I'll try to figure it out later.
Yep.
So we shower and like I go down to the laundry room to grab some clothes like afterwards. And it's like leaking into the basement. And I'm just like, okay, so that has to be fixed or whatever. That night I go in, I try to
Right.
take that
Yep.
drain piece out. It's so corroded, I can't screw it out. So I'm like, well, I'm going to have to replace that whole pipe. I'm not a plumber. I guess I'll figure that out tomorrow. But we'll just use the downstairs shower, even though like that's got its own issues, but we can get away with it to tomorrow morning. We'll use
Right.
that. And then we go to
Right.
use that, and it's like negative like 11 below outside with like
Air
35 below
temperature.
wind chills.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
And the fucking hot water pipe froze down here. So
Right.
then I
Yep.
couldn't use that shower. And I'm like, so I guess we just like wash our hair in the sink, and I try to figure it out tomorrow. And then I become a plumber, and I have to like replace all the pipes and everything. And like, and all
Yep.
this stuff is like, it's that kind of shit where you're just like, I need to get carpet done. And then you're just like, oh, but also like, you have
There's
to
2 things
do
that just took priority over it,
two
and
things
that's
that just
insulating the
popped
pipe.
up if two things that just popped up if you want to take a shower. You're like, oh well, yeah, that's kind of important, I guess. You wait.
Right.
Carpet. And
Fucking houses.
that's what that's what being a homeowner is all about. And it's that
Right.
kind of stuff
Yep.
that seems to happen all the time with everything.
Right.
Not trying to make excuses, but it's just
No,
like,
no, no.
man, every time you get a chance to do something, there's something else popping up, and just
Yeah, that's the way it feels for sure.
yep.
I get you. Yeah.
So now with your failures and everything, you do what you can and you keep pushing on. And now,
Yep.
at least it's 2023 is now when this comes out. So you just, 2023 is just gonna happen. And then
It's gonna happen. That's right. That's right. We're gonna get a vision board.
I'm gonna get a vision board, and it's gonna have carpet on it. And then when I get the carpet in, I'm gonna take a shotgun and I'm gonna shoot that part of the vision board. I'm gonna say, "You're done, bitch." Maybe, I don't know.
Oh, that's pretty great. That's pretty great. Okay.